Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing an Azorius Artifact Aggro deck. Azorius meaning we're playing blue and white cards, and Artifact meaning that we got a bunch of artifact-y kind of stuff going on, and Aggro meaning that we are going to be getting out there hard and fast and beating people up before the turn 4 is over. If that sounds good to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, currently rumored by the British tabloids to be in a sex scandal with no less than 3 members of the royal family, Dr. Yukon SuckIt. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon SuckIt. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, posted by Pobere Planitia, poor Planeswalker, that's who it is. And it's called Azorius Artifact Aggro. The deal is that I always try to look for nice aggro decks to play. Those are the ones that I always enjoy playing myself. And I thought there isn't anything Azorius going on right now because, it used to be Azorius, Soldier or something was what everybody was playing. Maybe you get a little Convoke in there. You throw that little Bomb Soldier that gives all your guys flying and +1 or something till the end of the turn. And that's how you finish it up. I thought, no. Let's see what's going on now. This one's called Artifact Aggro. It's going to be good. Yeah, so I popped it open. It looks a lot like Simic Aggro, but just because we're playing with Zoetic Glyph. But Zoetic Glyph is, in my opinion, probably the most fun blue card out there right now. That is probably my favorite. And then I saw we have like Mockingbird, and I thought, I have no idea what this card is. I've never played with it or seen it before. And I thought, okay, great. This looks interesting enough that we're going to try out some new weird aggro deck. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit about how it should work, and then we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got here today? We've got a cheap guy that puts out an artifact. We got a guy that you can tap 3 untapped artifact and or creatures to put a Popo counter on him. And if he has 3 or more counters on him, it's got flying and vigilance. And so he'd be like a 4/5 flying vigilant guy eventually. He's got to be willing to tap some untapped stuff, right? This guy, you put it out, and it puts out a token to start off with. And then if you have 3 artifacts at the beginning of your end step, you get to the ability where you can pay 3 to sacrifice this card to turn one of your artifacts or a non-creature artifact into essentially a 4/4 bird with flying. All right, this guy is flying, and he puts out an artifact. This guy can become a copy of something that you can pay for with just a +1, and it has flying in addition to itself. So, your own guys, you could probably everything over here sucks. Maybe Bunnicorn might be a good guy. You can make a flying Bunnicorn, or you can copy Steel Seraph. That might be okay. It's always nice to have a couple of these guys out. But moreover, I'm guessing your opponent's going to have something that you might really want, like a Shouldered or something like that. That would be kick-ass, right? Flying Shouldered. Yeah. All right, get lost, destroys creatures, enchantments, or planeswalkers. Bunnicorn is power and toughness equals number of non-land permanents you control. So that means number of artifacts increase the Bunnicorn as well. So this guy gets really buff, super quick. This does 5 damage to target tapped creature an opponent controls, and then you could turn it into a 5/5 by crewing it, potentially, or you could just Zoetic Glyph it and just drive around as a 5/4. This guy can become a 3/4 for crew for 1, and he also explores, which means your guy gets a Popo counter who crews it, or you get a land out of the deal. This guy turns any of your artifacts into a 5/4 creature, and when that creature dies, you get a discover for 3, which is anything from this point over to the left, which is like all of your deck except for Steel Seraph, who at the beginning of your combat, one of your creatures gets flying, vigilance, or lifelink. And if you had multiple out, then you could just start passing that stuff around like candy. This guy puts out toxic little mite babies that are artifact dudes. We got a nice collection of dual lands. This one's a man land. And 10 basic lands. That rounds us up. So what are we going to do? We're going to put out a bunch of little dudes. We'll attack and block and chump as much as we can. Then eventually we'll control things, get out some big guys, and start hitting them as hard as we can. Hopefully that'll be enough to finish the game in an aggro sort of way. Hope, fingers crossed, and Magic 8 Ball says things look good in the future. So before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sholdred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. Alright, we're playing against the Red Lobstah. Red Lobstah. Keep. Alright, let's see if I want to put the Inspector out. I gotta pay the blood price for him. What are we getting rid of there? Artifact creature, that's like 2 cards out of my hand. Right here, right here. This is it. There's a guy that can become pretty swole on turn 3. Just gonna let it go, huh? You saving up to kill my guy? Is that the deal? There'll be more. I know you can see that coming. You looked at my hand early on. Now's your chance to kill it. Do I care? Nope, not really. Basically, I changed out a 1-1 for another 1-1. Is game over at this point? Or does he just really like playing this 1-1 against 1-1 against 1-1? Yeah, this is the most fun ever. We're just 1 point of damage a turn. Blah, blah, blah. The guy is stupid. Alright, let's see. Let's go up this guy. Let's do that. Get him! I wonder if I copy this guy. It's like he's a 0. Let's try that out. He's super bored. I'm super bored. And we win! Through boredom. Victory! Alright, playing against jarrydstjohn. jarrydstjohn. Alright, we got a Novice Inspector, Zoetic Glyph. We can even turn this guy into a badass. You can pop out a Mirrex and turn him into a badass. Is he an artifact? Yeah, he is. He's an artifact creature. I need this and 3 more mana to be able to do it. Let's just put it out anyway. Or we could just go ahead and turn these 2 guys into super Zoetic Glyphs. As one does. You gonna kill? You can just waste your time on this? I wouldn't. Alright, there's my boot. Sitting out there beating all booty. Alright, let's Zoetic Glyph number 2. I see you got 2 mana. That means you want to kill something. You want to try? You can. I apparently had nothing going on other than card drawing. That's 10 points right there, down to 8. All right, my guys are swinging for the fences at this point. Worst part would be like a, I'm gonna say if you were to wipe the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do I want to do with him? Let's get him out there. Put this guy out too, because we can. We'll give this guy life link. Alright, so he could block the little dude and claim 4 life for himself. He'd be at 12, so take away 10 would bring him down to 2. Alright, there we are. Board wipe would be horrible. That's where he's going to go after the kill on, huh? He's got more killing in him. He just can't take out artifacts. That and baby. Alright, swing goal. Let's give it to you. Lifelink's always good. Yeah, you don't have it, man. Ooh, there you go. That'll do it, because that'll only leave you 2. And you're all about life at this point, because if you don't draw something good, you're pretty much toasty crispy. I'm a-coming. Getting in the pod. That's disappointing. Get in the pod. Right there. That's the pod I saved for you. And victory! Never played against stuntman-mike. Okay, keep it. Turn off the horse. Non-creature, non-land. That would be this one. It's your only choice. Creature! Alright, what are we going to do here? Any creature on both mana less than equal to, except for its Mockingbird. And that thing is 2, so I gotta wait another turn before I can put it out. Let's just get out the Warden. And nothing. Alright, so that's cool. I can copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the mana spent to cast it. One, two. And nobody to send in. He is going to kill it. Alright, where's all my artifact, super artifact, cool stuff at? Deck. This deck is supposed to be doing so much better than it is right now, and it's just not providing. Still, oh, I can only do that as a sorcery? Well, that sucks. I could do everything in here this way. There's our boy. All right, we're ready to go. We can turn our bird on. Our artifacty bird. You're gonna have to start playing defense now that a Bunnicorn's out. You see how little that mattered to me? Let's activate these three. Kind of wish I'd activated a boot. I like boots better. All right, next to combat. You put both your guys on there, it'll be fine. One of them survive. I just get to pick which one. Double up. All right, all Phyrexians are super glamorous. I don't want to kill all my guys. I can block with both. Let's just do that. Let's keep him from drawing a card. Only kill one. Next two attackers. Let's send them in. All right, you could double up on it. Nope. Down to 6. Always is playing with 11 right now. You gonna wipe the board? My guys cost nothing. Can't get him. He's too pitiful, so let's put this guy out instead. We'll bump them both up. Does he cost 2? I wonder if I can make this work. Let's find out. No, that didn't work. Did not work the way I wanted it to. I should have made a copy of his Grafted Butcher is what I should have done. I mean, it would have just been a 2-2 because they help out other guys. I don't have other guys. Other Phyrexians. Alright, so I can send in both Subterranean Schooners. And I can kill him. He's got a manland up there we got to worry about. So I'm going to put this guy out. There's the second one. Let's go to the guy with flying, a little bit of evasion. Both of them. Let's grab this. I still got 2 left, right? There we go. That was glorious. That was some tricksy crap right there. I mean, he's been fighting me off. It's been good. I mean, he's been at 3 for like practically nothing. Get him, Boot! Get him! There we go! Boom, boom! Goes the room. Alright, we're playing against MidoriDeer. MidoriDeer. Midori, my dear, you are thinking of something quite special here. Alright, and let's go ahead and get out our singletons while we can. Seachrome. Alright, so another blue, we can get out the Steel Seraph. You want that one for yourself, huh? And I got the boot. It's ready to go. Bam, bam. Okay, it's going to be one of these. Let's go ahead and get some lifelink going on the boot. Alright, just going to take it. Now the question is, do I want to lose the Steel Seraph? I think the answer is yes. And we need to shut that mouse off. He is getting annoying. Looks like we're not given a choice in the matter here. Alright, flying bird fly. Let's send them both over. I know he'll kill the glyph at this point. What are we discovering? I could probably pay. He's got 3 for this, right? I wonder if I get the opportunity. No, I'm not given the opportunity. That's stupid. Alright, that was all battle across. I thought I'd be able to pump 3 mana into it, and I was not given the opportunity to do so. Now I just got a flying clue that does absolutely nothing right. Oh, we all learned something today. Wonder Twin powers! Activate! Form of this dude blowing up his own head. Victory! Alright, we are playing against Long John Thomas. 2 mana. Alright, we'll take it. Alright, we need a 3rd mana. So that we can Zoetic Glyph. You're not an artifact, are you, my friend? Nope. Ooh, that is a little too much wussiness for me. We do need another mana. Desperately. Alright, super mana. There we go. But you are slow, and that does not help me out at all. We'll Bunnicorn it. Alright, cool. Now we're going to have a couple of dudes. Wait, cancel. Let's just go in for the attack. Send him in. He doesn't care. He's just going to let it happen. Because he's got flying guys. He's got lots of them. And if anything's going to defeat us here, I'm betting it's going to be the fact he's got a bunch of flying guys. Maybe I just need to start chumping. If it's 2 or less, I'll take it. Tell you what, Singleton, you can stay back there, chump. Alright, he's down to 9. We're punching hard next turn with another Zoetic Glyph. We're punching for at least 13. Question is, does he recognize it and realizes that he needs to back off? Put it on there. I'm down to 10. He's left some guys available. All right, cool. All right, you want to chump? You can. Your 2-4, my 3-4 can get together in a chumpy kind of way. Ten. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got a chump, unfortunately. Can't tap. Your ward 2. He's down to 6. Question is he just going to go for it? Or is he going to stay back and try to defend? He's probably got me. I think he can block enough is the problem. It just depends on how... I got 10 life, he's got 6, but he's got guys I cannot block. He knows I have Get Lost. I mean, he should have probably taken it just so he could have kept the pump, what are they called? The map tokens and pumped up his dudes. All right, so it doesn't matter if we block. I'll take the 3. All right, that guy's doing nothing. I lost a life. I have a Zoetic Glyph right now. I can have 2 guys punching for 5. He'd have to block, and I'd still get through 8. He's got more than enough. He's got a counterspell. We're kind of toast. He's got something tricksy. He's trying to delay it. He's only got 1 card we haven't seen. That's the boy. All right, can that help us here? No. Oh, that thing can't tap. It's totally tapped out. All right, so we can just jump. Regrave picked up another mana next turn, and then we could just eliminate 2 of his guys. We're going to chump. We're going to chump. We're going to chump. All right, Long John Thomas, let's go, man. You only have 1 card we're not seeing. There's only 1 action we can take. All right, you got 2 cards now. You're hoping for the best. All you guys are tapped out. You're ass to the wind. You hope you cast something. You'd have to pump twice now. All right, you just gonna let me through? There's a guy. And we didn't get what we needed there. I could get some... And we just win. And we just win. Victory! Alright, so here we are with Artifact Aggro. And we're playing with the AZORIUS version rather than the Simic version. And it was cool. It was cool. My biggest problem, I think, was the lack of flying guys, despite the fact that we're playing with a ton. Just because it seemed like we went up against a bunch of flying a lot. You know, I guess that Mockingbird and Spyglass Siren did a good job of just chumping for the most part. This guy could, I think, eventually fly. No, he doesn't. He just... Oh, he gets... If he gets 3 or more counters, he's flying and vigilance. Yeah. But I kind of wanted Zoetic Glyph onto something that could fly, like, straight up. I thought that would have been even cooler, but it didn't really work out this way. I guess we could have put a Zoetic Glyph onto a Steel Seraph, but every time we got to that level, we pretty much already won the game. The crazy thing about this particular deck, it was a 100% win rate. 100%. I mean, there was one game that I did not win, but that's because I got to turn 2 and immediately messed up, so I just quit that game. So I just called it, so it was a scratch. Of games I actually played, I played 100% with this one. All right, so let's talk it out. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? It was Zoetic Glyph, because Zoetic Glyph is the one that puts the muscle in this game. Other players were playing with way too weenie guys, just incredibly, incredibly weenie. I mean, it was an AZORIUS aggro, so you're going to play with a lot of really weak dudes in it, but they're mostly flying. That's cool to a certain degree, which is weird because it didn't seem like we're playing with a lot of flying guys. We got flying. This guy was flying. This one could eventually be flying. This guy's flying. Lots of flying. Bunnicorn could be strong, but, you know, everybody shoots Bunnicorn. Subterranean Schooner. That was rough. Crew 1. How come I always had to play 2 for that? That was stupid. All right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought I had to play 2 for this, and I was doing 2. Anyways, but 1's all it requires. You can make your guys stronger by doing more exploring and everything. Anyways, Zoetic Glyph was where the beef was at. This is where it all came through. You got a 5/4 and Discover off of some sort of token, and we were putting out a bunch of those as well. So Zoetic Glyph, you were my MVP. Congratulations. You're super cool looking, and you are going to Disneyland. All right, let's talk it out. Let's see, was this deck competitive? Yeah, absolutely. I had 100%. I'd probably take this out on the rank ladder. I did not do it, but it was good. It was a good deck. It didn't feel exceptionally powerful or anything, yet you can't argue with the stats. I mean, winning every single game that I played, it's hard to say this deck is not competitive. It is a competitive deck, big time. All right, and let's see, what else do we say? Was this deck fun? Look at that, 1 and 2, that's where it's all at. It was an aggro deck. I enjoyed getting stuff out. I enjoyed going for the early aggro attacks. It was kind of frustrating just doing 1 and 2Z little jabs at the beginning, but at least it was something. But once you started getting your 5s out there, and you started hitting for like 10 a turn, that felt so much better. So yeah, I did have a fun time with this deck. It wasn't a lot of like super tricksy things. There were no bombs in this deck really. So I kind of felt like short-sighted, but the deck was a winner, and that goes a long way towards having a fun deck. Was this deck interesting? Yeah, I mean, I picked it. I picked it for a reason, which is because Simic Artifact is what people are playing all the time right now with Zoetic Glyph. You know, you see the Spyglass Siren and the Curse of the Filched Falcon in the mix to that. This one had Mockingbird, which was a new one. I wasn't even sure how to play it. At first, I thought I only was able to copy my own guys, and I thought, which one of my guys am I supposed to copy? You know, maybe the Steel Seraph or something like that. As it turns out, copying tokens is crap, and you shouldn't do it. That is not the way to do it. Even copying Subterranean Schooner is dumb. So, yeah, go after creatures, go after their creatures. That's probably the best thing to do with this guy. So he was cool. He didn't really help this deck out in any particular way, but he was interesting. You know, he was an interesting new card, and it was interesting to see him in here. So yeah, it was an interesting deck. It didn't particularly do anything new or interesting, but you know, in the current meta, this isn't played, and it did a really good job. All right, so let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? Absolutely. Was it fun? Yeah, for the most part. And was it interesting? Yep. Yes, it was. So, even though I feel a little wishy-washy about it, I know a lot of you are going to love this deck. It's a lot of relatively, I think, cheap cards. Well, everything I'm looking at is like rare, right? Yeah, well, it feels like it's a bunch of little cheap cards. I think it's just about everything in here. Like, this is like 80% rares. So, hopefully it's not too hard to put together. But, yeah, it deserves an A+. It deserves to be an A+ deck. I think that most people will enjoy playing this deck, and I think it's a good one to play. So, as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I'd highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.